add it to my profile as well?
Sure. I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay. Add it to my profile as well?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, welcome everybody to our first WITI weekly wrap-up with David and Pranali. How was your week, Pranali?
Hey, it's going good. How's the week going on for David and WITI overall? So viewers, we are here to catch all the updates on WITI, like, what WITI is up to, what they're looking forward to evolve with, how they're helping the communities and women around in the tech area. And there are lots of webinars that David is conducting. There are very amazing guests that he's bringing it to different forums. It could be AI, ML, it could be job seeker. It could also be the equity and other discussions that are even needed for investors as well as the startup founders. So we love to hear more updates from you. And every Friday, we are going to meet on this time. And we'll be sharing all the updates, whatever has happened in the week to wrap up, as well as what is we are going to unfold in the next week. So David, we are very happy to see this and we'll love to catch up and understand how was this week for WITI overall and what are we covered?
Yeah, this week was packed. A lot happening. So had the first event Tuesday. We had our writers community. So that meets once a month and just gives our members an opportunity. If some of them are writing books, so we help them get that up on Amazon and get them published. Some are just brainstorming, what they can write. Now with OpenAI and ChatGPT, it I think opens people up to being able to get books done. So that was good. And then later that Tuesday, we had, later on Tuesday, we had the Web3, the weekly Web3 session. So that was good. We talked all about DAOs and using Web3 for compliance and managing organizations. So that was good.
Can you brief on DAO? What is DAO and how it is helpful?
Yeah. So, I mean, they're, decentralized autonomous organizations is what it stands for. And it's really giving the power to the people and to the people in the company and giving everybody a vote in what happens. So our guest, Ian Lewinter, has a company called Filmio. They just are starting to roll it out. We do have special access for WITI members. And what they're doing is they're bringing blockchain to Hollywood and giving a chance for creators to put up projects that they're working on and give people a chance to invest in the programs. So it's an exciting time, for everything happening with blockchain and Web3. And if you heard my interview I did with the brand called You, and it's a big podcast in India, that's kind of the pull quote they use, because I always say it's kind of like where we were with the web in 2002, 2003, the dot-com crash. A lot of people were skeptical. But then, of course, we see the rise in where it is today. And I really think it's the same, with the whole Web3 and e-commerce. Bitcoin slowly rose back up. Now it hit 30,000 this week. So exciting times.
Yeah, it was a great webinar overall. I was there, part of that discussion. And I love hearing about a lot of inputs that how the blockchain will streamline how the DAO is going to, work in the movie industry. And especially after hearing a lot of pain points from the industry people, they're not being paid well, the writers are still struggling, and how, overall that segmentation is not up to the mark that it should have been, how they should be rewarded, and how this decentralized community overall can help everybody leverage their own rights. So it was a very interesting and a very great combination of a tech and a Hollywood that's going on. And I'm very happy to be part of VT. And there are many members who are looking forward for this exact, that what do you say, the coincide point where they can come together and work together with the film industry, being techies. And, there are OTT platforms that the engineers are building. There are people who are leveraging those platforms. They are using tech overall to, get going and with their revenues and all the things. So we just cannot overlook all these parts. And now we are trying to streamline that. It's such a fantastic time. And, it's love to hear more about it. So that's what viewers we love about VT, that they are forecasting a lot of things. They are a visionary part. They're taking everybody together with this particular forums and helping them educate, leverage those community access. We'd love to see all the viewers to coming to VT. But other than that, David, what happened for the rest of the week?
Thank you. Yeah, and I think for that too, we had Mark Cantor was an attendee. He created director with Macromedia. That was one of the first, multimedia programs. And now to kind of come so far forward, we're on Zoom and we're talking about moving to Hollywood to blockchain. So it's exciting. So, Wednesday, the events we had was really the member orientation that happens every Wednesday, how to partner with WITI. So those were good. Also had our monthly network advocates meeting. So that's where our kind of leaders from around the world come together and talk about the next step for WITI. So we have some exciting things planned. And I actually had a call that day with a woman that runs the Censors Conference up in San Francisco. I think it happens in June, maybe May. Anyway, we'll get some info about that. We're excited about that partnership. Now, on Thursday, had a few great events. So first of all, we had our weekly generative AI think tank. So that's where we really, bring our members together to share what they're doing, come with any problems they need support solving, how they can dig deeper into prompts and leverage generative AI just to make their life easier, make work easier. So a lot of great things coming from that group. We had our AI analytics monthly event, that's kind of our community that happened later that day too. Anna, my sister-in-law, showed stuff that she's doing with fashion. Were you at that too, Pranali, at that one?
I think I did attended that one too.
Yeah, right. So she was showing how she creates the dresses using AI, and it saves her so much time and money as she's preparing things. Plus, just, from a sustainability standpoint, you don't waste so much. And as you may know, and many of our listeners may know, the fashion industry is one of the worst, as far as climate sustainability. There's a lot of clothing that's created that goes right from the manufacturer and then goes into the landfill. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff we can do there to make it better. Our cybersecurity session was amazing later that day. We had Eric Cron just speaking about all the things, just kind of the evolution of hackers and bad actors, phishing scams and things like that. So anyway, a lot of highlights from him and just many things, and just how it's evolving, right? With AI now, and there's certainly things for the good people out there, but then the bad people have all these tools, so it's a constant battle. And he talked quite a bit about just in some countries they have companies, it's like big people go to office buildings to create their phishing scams and things like that. So we all got to be careful and some great wisdom from Eric just on passwords and not using the same username and passwords. Because if you use it at multiple sites and somebody hacks one site and gets their information, now they have these automated tools that'll kind of take the same username and password combo and try them across hundreds or not thousands of sites. So yeah, that was a wake-up call that we all need to be more, on top of, right? Sometimes we'll use a password. Anyway, I don't need to get into all that. It's the weekend, Pranali. We should be thinking about happy hour right now.
That's true. So
Yeah.
coming back and touching base with the AI ML sessions that are happening, these are like not just for the techies who are working with the AI, but there are also people who are leveraging AI to, make their business work. It could be fashion industry. It could also be the writer space where they are using these AI ML platforms now and making their business more profitable, making more research with it with an ease, finding out a lot of information and creating maybe a drama related scripts, maybe film related scripts, and so on and so forth. So I think those are like very good forums to be part of, and how one can leverage these VT sessions, how they can get exposed to these topics. Can you brief about it?
Yeah, I mean, join WITI, be part of WITI. We actually have a promo, Gen AI will get you 20% off, but we have the Thursday morning weekly session. We're going to be doing another one during the week in the evenings to support our people in APAC. We're global, so we have stuff going on around the clock. Yes, I'd say come check that out because it's really phenomenal and how fast this stuff is growing. There's never been anything like it in history. So it's a real special time, right? Even when the internet came out and the web browser, right? I mean, there wasn't bandwidth then, so things got slow and there was certainly excitement, but you couldn't just do what you can do today. So this is really great. And then, today, we had our weekly job search strategy coaching circle, right? So many of our people participating in that are getting their second jobs, third jobs, but using AI, right? You can upload your LinkedIn, you can profile into AI, it can tell you what companies to work for or what jobs you should be able to do, right? But I think just the important thing that I know we talk about in this, right, is, applying is like buying a lottery ticket. Most companies, unfortunately, are disorganized. You have hiring managers that are trying to get the right person, and then you have the ATS systems and the AI, that they're trying to use. When you've been in this job, in this work, as long as I have since the 80s, I think there's just things that are missed with the influx of information and data. So there's just a lot of opportunity. LinkedIn is a gift that we can all use. And if we know how to get deep into it, we can really start building relationships with the right people.
Right.
And I don't know if I told you, we're starting our sales community end of May. Marty on our team, our managing director, Marty Evans, she's going to be leading it. So I'm going to get you looped in with Marty Pranali, and that'll be great for so many women that have success as account directors, as sales engineers like you are. So anyway, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it is exciting stuff that's coming up with the VT. So viewers, don't forget to register yourself at WITI.com and be a part of this great forums. There are every week different sessions line up. Every month there is a good strategy lineup for startup owners who are looking forward for their next investors, for the engineers who are looking forward to get network with the like-minded, for job seekers who are looking forward, what are the right strategies they should be applying, how they should be leveraging their network. And there is a lot that happening in the tech and you want to be a top of it. This is a great community to be a part of. I myself have enjoyed the part of being this community and have been networked across the globe. I've talked to people from Africa doing some fascinating stuff. I've talked to people from India and other continents and, working on their home projects. There are people doing the homeschooling in a very techie way. and those are the people who gather. And it's like there is a lot to take from this community. So make sure that you sign up on vt.com, be a part of this membership. And David just listed out the promo code JN. You want to avail that and keep tuning to this WITI sessions for wrapping up and what's there unfolding. And see you in the community and one of the webinars soon.
Yes. Well, wait, hold on, Pranali. Before we sign off, I just want to say next week we do have our weekly equity session. That's moving to Wednesdays. It's the last week of the month, so some of we don't have as many events, but definitely the generative AI. So we'll see you all there, Pranali. I think this was a great first show, right?
Yeah.
Just dive in and we'll do it. So
yeah, sounds
thank you,
wonderful.
everybody, for
Thank
for
you.
listening. And we'll see you next week.